Lotus Cup Finale, Elimination 1. Hello there everybody and welcome back to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we are driving a Lotus Elise S Cup R. We're driving it in a rookie track day event called the Lotus Cup. And we're at the Yokohama docks in Japan at the Container Yard Run B. We're driving during the day in a storm. We started 11th of 22. We started with a rolling start. Now, for those of you who are not quite familiar with what an elimination race is, you see the counter in the middle of the screen. When that counter hits 0, the last 2 vehicles of the 22 cars are eliminated. And we keep eliminating cars like that, 2 every time, until there's only 1 left. And hopefully it'll be the Lotus in which the OpenFed is driving. That is the plan. Strategy, there is not much of one. We're sitting in number 13, so we're okay. No need to get too excited or wild or chaotic in our driving style. We want to try and keep it clean, but we got to keep these guys from passing us because now we're in 14th and we were almost in 15th, so we got to get moving. Ooh, that guy hit the end of the trailer there, or the cement blocks in front of the trailer, I suppose. So that moved us up a spot, but 2 more cars got eliminated. So we don't have time to waste. But along these straight sections like this, we have an opportunity to get ahead of a few and thus put a little bit of a buffer zone behind us. But ooh, when you get to the end, you gotta slow down before you get there so you can make the corner. I caught myself just in time, but I find myself making the same mistakes over and over. So you really have to make a conscious effort to try and change that. You know, I do anyhow. I'm not sure if anybody else does the same kind of silly stuff that the OpenFed does at times, but you know, it is what it is. We try to have as much fun as we can, and sometimes we over boogie in the corners. Then we just got to under boogie a little bit and pull it back, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a little bit better every time we race. Now, racing in the rain is difficult as it is because the road surface will be a little bit more slippery, and you do slide through the corners a little bit more than if it was dry. So it does change the way you drive and the way the cars react to what you're doing out there. So keep that in mind. But as we're coming up here now, we're coming by those trailers. Oh, look at that guy. Another guy ran into those cement blocks. Wow, didn't he see them there? Man, maybe some of these guys ought to be wearing some glasses or something. Anyhow, we are now up into 2nd place, which is good because we've only got 1 car left to pass. And same corner again. Caught it just in time, a little bit earlier. But you see there was a car right behind me, half a second. Had I run into the fence, and you do that when you're near the end of a race, that guy would have been by you and the next guy would have been by you, and you would not catch back up again. So we got to be careful and we got to slow down around the corners. I keep harping at that mostly for myself, not so much for my viewers, because I'm sure that my viewers are better video game racers than I am. We're just working at it and trying to get better. But that's the name of the game, isn't it? If you get better, you win more races, they're a little bit more exciting, and they are a lot more fun. Although I don't understand how they could be any more fun than what they are already. We really enjoy these races. We have a great time driving them. The vehicles are fantastic, the graphics look awesome, and the gameplay is spot on. So all in all, as long as you try to do the best you can, you cannot have anything but a good time racing. Now we got to get by this last guy, and we're taking him right there. He slowed down a little bit, too much around that corner. And not with too much time to spare, because with 6 cars left, it's not going to take much longer before this race is over. And we're only about a second and a half to 2 seconds ahead of the very next guy. So, you know, we don't have a big lead, but if we can just drive it clean from here on in, we will get the checkered flag and a winning spot on the podium, which is what we're after. That's what we like to see. So we're going to just rip a little bit longer here. We got 2 more eliminations. Now we're down to 1 more elimination, and that'll be the last card. I hope you enjoyed this, and would love to see you back here again real soon. You've been racing with the OpaFet.